Okay, so welcome everyone. My name is Pelican Dude, and this is my very first Planetary Annihilation video. So, hopefully this will have a better fate than what was supposed to be my first Planetary Annihilation video, which the game crashed. But, alpha is alpha, so here we go. Where to place? I'm just going to ask my team where we want to go. Something I actually didn't figure out quite at first, because it's not intuitive in my opinion, is to team chat, hold shift and then press enter, because normally to chat you just press enter to open up your chat box, but team chat's shift enter, which, you know, whatever. Okay, this one, there's some metal there, but not too much. This looks like it could be good. B. D looks just kind of normal. What? There's two Ds. That's interesting. I'm gonna go with B. I'm gonna choose B, I think. Never mind. So I don't like how that happens. Where's our commanders? Okay. Never mind. Okay, we're gonna start here. Okay. Alright, so just gonna go with a fairly normal start here. Hopefully this guy I'm just gonna start moving his commander for him because he's not doing anything. So anyway, this game has really cool team mechanics. Like the whole thing where everyone, so there's 3 players on my team and 3 players on the enemy team, and all 3 of us control all the same units, which I thought when they were talking about that in like the development, before the game was like even in testing phase, excuse me, I thought that it was going to be, excuse me, I'm sorry, really annoying. It's actually pretty awesome, to be honest. It as long as your teammates are like decent human beings, which a lot of the people who paid enough money to get into the alpha are. Pretty much everyone who backed it on Kickstarter probably is, because let's face it, you know, there's a very few trolls or people who are going to pay that much money before the game's even past a concept, really, to get into a game. So in general, everyone on PA right now is pretty nice. Have heard of a few instances of trolling, but that's alright. That's kind of to be expected, to be honest, unfortunately. But yes, it is really cool, this whole team system. So obviously you can tell part of it alpha, the frame rate on the sun is kind of, I'm not sure what to comment on that. Frame rate on everything else seems normal, but the sun, like in every single game, it's like the sun just kind of jerks around. It's really weird. They'll probably fix that at some point. So, oh, darn it. That's not what we wanted. Okay. So, here's my recommendation to a lot of people, a lot of new players, I should say. Just kind of keep expanding, like, never stop. There's no such thing as having too much under your control. Just keep pushing it. It's like a mistake in a lot of RTS games is players who just don't quite get that you should really just keep pressing the not just offensive, but keep expanding your base just as far as you can. Secure as many resources as possible. Even if you can't adequately defend like all of the metal deposits, we'll say, that you have hopefully gained control of, that's alright, to be honest. I mean, if you lose a couple, you lose a couple. It happens. So just keep expanding, keep building your economy. And this technically means that the other team, I think that's supposed to mean that they're AFK. Hopefully that's not actually the case. That might just be a glitch. I have encountered some strange glitches so far in Planetary Annihilation. But, you know, It's still an alpha, and it's very much still an alpha. The performance is poor. I've seen it using like 2 gigs of RAM. Just the game by itself using 2 gigs of RAM, which is kind of ridiculous, to be honest, for the majority of games. I mean, there's nothing too wrong with that. I personally, if a game really does benefit from using a lot of RAM, I do have a fair amount of extra RAM, but, that might be problematic for someone who only has like 4 gigs or something like that, I guess. So yeah. Pretty much don't buy this game if you're a 32-bit user of Windows, I guess is the best way to put it. And seriously though, if you are a 32-bit user of Windows, I really don't know what to say, because yeah, it's, first of all, I don't get the whole 32-bit thing anymore. I mean, unless your system is really low spec, in which case you're probably not worried about playing this game anyway. No offense. Okay, so this guy's got a couple of air factories, that's nice. Is our one ally playing? Like, has he queued up anything on his own? I don't really feel like he's playing at all, so it's just me and, I can't tell if it's Spear in Your Face or Drift, or I'll repronounce that guy's name, who's, playing right now, technically. Okay, so we're gonna keep expanding, as I previously stated. I'm gonna send out some more cons to help with this guy. Okay, so he's scouting, which is nice. Scouting in this game is kind of, it takes a while, just because you have this whole planet, which is a little hard. It's, to be honest, it's really great in my opinion. Just the way this game plays is super good. Like, I mean, not maybe as far as performance goes, as I've already stated, but just, I love just by making the planets round, it's really just, I mean, the map's round, obviously the planet's round, but having a round map is really cool. It just changes everything about the way you play the game. You have to think differently. Okay, so we're gonna keep pushing again, keep expanding, don't stop. And we'll make a couple factories down here, just so we don't, like, outrun our defenses too much. But as you can see, like, it's not too far into the game, and we've already covered a fair amount of this planet. So, like, the planets feel almost too big and too small at the same time. That's weird. I can't wait for there to be multi-planet play. Can I build on that? No, I can't. Darn it. Like, I'm super stoked for the beta to have multi-planet play in it. And we're just going to keep capping mexes here, so it should be good. I would recommend, you don't necessarily have to defend all your mexes, or metal deposits if you prefer. I actually call them by their real name. But, building a couple AA towers here and there is probably a good idea, just to avoid having like a couple raiding bombers take out everything. But as you can see, I'm attempting some pretty aggressive expansion here, which is a plus in my opinion. Okay, so these two factories are idle. Another bad thing in pretty much every RTS game is idle factories. So we'll just queue up a lot of tanks. There's a mod, I'm pretty sure, that allows you to queue up 1,000, like, no, not 1,000, 100 units at a time. I might look into that, because that might be useful. Oh, there's a scout, so I guess the enemy is not AFK. Do we have any bombers, or no, just fighters? Because if we had one bomber, that would be kind of convenient, because we could just take out that little scout truck. But that's cool. Here, we'll just send this guy down here. Is that a con unit? Yeah. We'll just have these guys build a couple air defenses, which also shoot at land, because that makes sense, I suppose. To be honest, I kind of like that style. That's how it was back in the original Total Annihilation. And it's kind of like everything shoots at everything, but it's just certain things aren't very good at it. So, like, for instance, regular land units will attempt to shoot at, air units, but they just kind of are terrible at it, and so they'll miss a lot, which is kind of cool, to be honest, as opposed to just, like, getting slaughtered without any firing back whatsoever. So that's a bot factory. I prefer vehicle factories. Eventually, hopefully, there will be a reason to build oh, and there's headlights. I love the headlights in this game. They're cool. Hopefully, eventually, there will be a reason to build bots, but right now, I feel like they're not too important. Maybe by the time that someone's watching this video, they're like, oh, bots are amazing, but that's not alpha again. Okay, so we still have quite a bit of stuff queued up. Something on radar up here, so we're going to spam out a laser defense, then one more mechs there. I hear fighting. 2 vehicle plants. Where's the fighting? Oh, up there. Okay, let's kill these. We have enough to take them. Yeah, I click a lot. I apologize if that annoys some people. Okay, so very good. So the enemy base is seemingly up there. Okay, we're gonna start making some tanks with this guy just to help get us up to speed. We're already getting over 500 metal. See, that's why I love expanding so much in this game. Like, which is funny because in a lot of other RTS games I just was not good at expanding at all. But in this one that is not the case, certainly. So we're just going to keep pushing. Just keep pushing is pretty much a good philosophy to have. Okay. So we're going to build a couple more normal vehicle factories. And then maybe an advanced one would be good about now. Okay, and we're low on energy, but we're making a lot more energy plants, so that should help. And there's some metal up here that needs to be capped. You can build metal extractors in the water right now. Hopefully they fix it. Not that I like metal extractors in the water or on underwater metal deposits, but what they need to fix is the fact that they have the same structure for both the amphibious metal extractor and the normal one, which is okay since it's just alpha, but in the final game I'd obviously prefer different structures for both the... Here, we're going to repair that. The amphibious and the normal metal extractor. We have a lot of fighters. That's good. Good job, teammate. Oh, and there's some hostile mechs up here by the looks of it. Yeah, so we're gonna fix this problem. So we have a lot of excess metal. We should start building some kind of big building project would be nice right about now. You know what? We're just gonna select all those. It was hard with all those fighters flying over to select the factories. So queue up just a crud load of tanks. Yeah, a couple thousand is good. And some advanced tanks. And then once these guys are done with that, we'll start on another advanced vehicle factory or two. And we want to continue our expansions down in the south. Oh, commander's stuck. That happens. They'll get stuck. Units get stuck in buildings. It's alpha, you know. You guys know how that goes. So I'm gonna keep expanding vehicle factory, yes, and then keep on expanding the base structures. And down here, you sir, we can send you further up and further in. So I can't really say that too much exciting has happened yet in this game. I mean, we have seen some combat, but that's not worth talking about too much. We have a good amount of the planet, though. What are we, about 15 minutes in? So I'd say we have a good amount of the planet. These cons can retreat a little bit. That would probably be a good idea. These Tech 2 tanks coming in, yeah, that might be a problem. That actually is a problem. Most certainly a problem. Okay, do we have any bombers? No. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we're gonna have to... He's cranking out the Tech 2 pretty quick here. I mean, we've got Tech 2 coming up, but certainly not done yet. He's still here. I mean, I didn't order that commander to do anything, so... we need to get some... If we can get a couple of, like, say, advanced bombers or something, that would be nice. Actually, just a swarm of regular bombers. That's actually worked really well in the past. My commanders are doing... what exactly? It's really fun having more than one commander, I must say. Oh, there's some kind of... something was blowing up. Oh, there's a catapult, and it's killing things. It's interesting. So I wonder if one of them started in the south? That's very interesting. Okay, so we're gonna start a bomber swarm, hopefully. Did all of his teammates leave or something? I guess all his teammates left. That's kind of a shame. Oh well, at least it's not like other games where like their units self-destruct or something. So, but that is still kind of sucks to be him, unfortunately. There's not much in terms of defenses up here, so let's see if we can get this commander out of the equation. I would kind of think that would be... if we could do that, that would be grand. We might be able to creep in with a artillery. Yeah, we can plop it down in range. Yeah, this guy's going down. He's going nuclear in just a second here. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna get out of that. Okay, what's going on down here exactly? Oh, the commander's stuck. Like I said, that happens. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Okay. Air factories, yes. Okay, did we find where the catapult's shooting from? Somewhere down there? Was that a commander, or what was that? I don't know. I don't really know what that was from. Because we got one commander, two commanders. I think that was a commander. One of our commanders, maybe. That's unfortunate. It's not the end of the world, but it's obviously not the end of the world. Take that out. It's on the ground, so we can't kill it. We've got a mix of Tech 1 and Tech 2, which is always good to see. The Tech 1 just being a meat shield is kind of nice. And then Tech 2 gets to do heavy damage. I think this guy's going to suicide his commander into us, try and stop this tank force from advancing, but it's going to take out most of his base in the process. Okay. Yeah, he's pretty much done, I think. I mean, if it is one on 3, that is kind of a shame. I'm kind of sorry for him. What is going on up here? Advanced bot labs? Okay. It's a lot of advanced bot labs, more than I would think we'd really need. But, I suppose whatever floats your boat. Okay. And then I found the strategy to be really effective. I don't think we'll get to see it in play in this game, just because of how quickly it seems to be going, but if you guys want a good strategy that's cheap to pull off, in my opinion, and as long as the enemy doesn't have a huge amount of fighters like this, get like 10 or 12 Tech 1 air plants and just send a swarm. You know, we're talking like 150, 200 Tech 1 bombers. That will just wreak absolute havoc on an enemy base of pretty much any size, to be honest, unless it has tons and tons of anti-aircraft defenses. That's pretty much your only problem. But in most cases, my first online match was this morning. That might sound kind of interesting, but I've used it a couple times now, and it just destroys everything. Oh, and I forgot to queue this factory. Noob mistake. Okay. So where are they exactly? I guess that's an important question to ask. So we've got almost 1,000 metal income. That's kind of cool. Can always use more though. Just not sure how to, I mean, so we can keep expanding to this area. Got a lot of places we can expand to, especially since the northern guy's base appears to be pretty much out of commission. I think we have to concentrate on the southern area now. So I'm gonna hopefully scout that soon and see what's going on there. But do we have any extra con units? Please tell me I've got some. Yes. Okay. So this will be my like expansion horde. That's basically what it is. It's a crap load of construction units that will hopefully just be expanding all over the place. Map control in this game, well, and I suppose in any RTS game, is king. So if you can get good map control, that'll help you a lot. Okay, scramble D, scramble D. My bomber just went through the floor there. That's interesting. Always interesting to see that. Okay. It appears that they're just, yeah, they're just shooting down my bombers, I think. Scrambled these kind of in the wrong area. They're deciding to pass through. So they're kind of forces. I mean, we've got tanks incoming, but Can throw up that. Is that gonna be quick enough? No, I don't think so. Oh, well, it's... Yeah, my bombers actually finished them off. That's nice. We'll just finish throwing up these turrets just in case something else comes through here. It's not like we don't have the resources right now by any means. So, it's the south that we're worried about. So I'm gonna... These bombers will probably die, but that's okay, because this game can build units pretty fast. But we're just gonna see what's down there. Okay, so it's basically like a turret festival. Combined with a decent amount of factories. Okay, so this fight's not over yet, certainly. He's just got a mountain stronghold. I think, yeah, one of our allies just went orbital. You know, we have enough resources. Is he making a nuke silo anywhere? That would be grand. Is there... Nukes, 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 nukes. I don't see any nukes, but that would be good. I would love to see some nukes. For the meantime, I'll continue with this bomber horde. I'll just keep trying to rush it out. So just, you know, a couple more air factories, you know, not that many. What? You don't need that many air factories. Okay, so that's a shipyard. We're gonna see what's going on over here. Okay, so you have a lot of tanks. And then the Tech 2 stuff, did I select that as well? Nope, so that needs to go down there as well. These 3 Tech 2, which does not exist, Tech Advanced. Can just set the rally points down there. Probably be a good idea. Oh, did we lose that factory? Oh, okay. So yeah, okay, there was apparently a naval factory in there for no reason. So yeah, I feel kind of amusing making all these bombers because, to be honest, that's what one of my friends would always do to me in Total Annihilation. He would just make this giant swarm of bombers and murder me with them, so I suppose that's showing. So here we go. We've got a pretty sizable force, unless he's got like a nuke silo hidden in there. That's really his only way out, I think, right now, is a nuke could hurt us pretty bad. But I mean, seriously, this is... We're spread out too, which is good in this game. So we're just gonna keep queuing all kinds of expansions. Hopefully this game's over with fairly soon. This Fraps file is going to be massive on my hard drive. But that's okay. Disk space is cheap, right? Okay, so we're gearing up for a full-scale assault. I need more bombers. Oh, and we did make a nuke. Okay. That's what I was curious. I couldn't find it, so I didn't know if we had made it or not. We're going to finish off these land units with my bombers. It's only one nuke, which is actually not enough to kill an ACU or a commander right now. So, game's not going to be quite over yet, but just nuke the middle there. As you can see, They're doing their best to fend off against my bomber swarm, but it's probably not going to work. There's just too many bombers. I'm losing quite a few bombers, though. These Tech 2 tanks are actually quite capable of defending themselves. Which is slightly annoying, to be honest. I kind of wish that the tanks weren't quite as good at anti-air, but that's alright. And looks like I managed to kill them all before the land forces even arrive. Okay, good, the game. I thought it froze. It's lagging a bit right now, but that's okay. It's better than crashing. I'm keeping my fingers crossed it doesn't crash. It's only really fully crashed on me once, which I do have a slightly older system, I will admit, but it's a very powerful system for being old. It's a first generation Core i7. It's not a 6-core, it's just a quad core. Excuse me. And then I have 16 gigs of RAM, GTX 660 Ti, which I upgraded to for my Radeon 5830. Yeah, GG. So GG has been called, and I will GG that, yes, because unless this guy's like joking and he has like 8 nuke silos, it's just not happening. I mean, if you look at the level of map control, I mean, we're expanded, you know, halfway around the planet, and he's just kind of chilling there. So yeah, it's a nice little fun game. I would highly recommend it to anyone who wants it. Right now it's a little pricey, like 70 or 75 bucks to get into the alpha, unless you're a Kickstarter backer like me. Got it a little bit cheaper, thankfully, but you know, when the beta comes out, it'll drop down to 60, and then when the retail comes out in December, it'll be 40. I would recommend the beta because the beta is only in a couple weeks here. It's September 26th is the beta, so there you go. Something to play, definitely. It's a fun game. It's a very fun game. And my bombers are getting decimated, but hopefully I can hit his commander. I don't really need to take him out. Well, we can have an epic land battle. Yeah, I think that would look kind of cooler. But we can thin out his defenses maybe a little bit. I have it set to pole lock, which is really convenient most of the time as far as navigation goes, but right now, since his base is so close to the South Pole, it's screwing me up a little bit, but that's going to be okay. Oh, and his commander just died. So there we go. That is game, ladies and gentlemen. So there, everything blows up, everything lags, and there we go. So, we win. Yay, GG. Alright, thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed.